This is a repeat of the same post that I did before that had no sound, that I couldn't recover. Today we look at alternating steps, the mechanics for lead and follow, and we'll add a partner for my next post. So the beginning movement is this. If I'm in line with your field of view, I step forward with right foot, shift weight over to the left, step back with the right, shift weight to the left. And I'm just moving back and forth. And the main thing I want you to notice through this movement is that I'm not having to do any hip wiggle, I'm not having to do any crossbody at this moment. I'm just looking at the mechanics of how I'm moving around in space. And so as I step forward with my right foot, I'm stepping straight onto the right foot so that my hips are roughly centered over the right foot, and I'm balanced over the right. And to shift weight, I don't have to do anything other than move my center to the left. And then I come back, same idea. Forward, to the left, come back, to the left. We can do it with either foot. I can step forward with my left, shifting weight, back left. The traditional movement that we will be exploring with a partner, this is the follower's movement. It makes no difference. The mechanics are the same. I step, I move my center over to do the weight change, I move my center over to do the weight change. Now from this angle, we look at the mechanics of how to move back and forth. So I'll come back to the leader steps, right foot forward. If we do this together, right, 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 collect, right, collect, right, collect, right, collect. And I'm allowing myself to arrive over the foot. You'll notice that I'm coming vertical, I'm coming back to balance, I shift my weight, coming vertical over the foot, I shift my weight. I call this a completed step. This is that moment of that I get when I'm dancing with a partner, and instead of being in between the steps, or this feeling of one step. Tension, 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 no. So I'm in this practice, I'm allowing myself to arrive, to arrive, to arrive, to arrive. Now at this tempo, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to keep my steps very linear, moving straight back and forth. Now if I speed the tempo, it becomes a little bit more difficult to arrive completely on the foot and project myself to the next movement. Rum, rum, rum. But I can do it, and I can stop at that tempo. Now if I speed it up a little bit more, get back in the frame here. If I speed it up a little bit more, you'll notice something start to happen. If I speed it up even more, this is probably the best thing you can practice for this movement, is just going back and forth at high speed. And what I hope you notice is that as I got faster, my upper body and pelvis stayed roughly in the center of the frame, and my feet were still taking the same size steps. So as I stepped, I wasn't arriving over the foot anymore. Arriving, I was actually projecting my energy forward, projecting my feet forward in such a way that I kept myself back. I step forward, and I keep myself back so that when I make this next step, there's already energy going back. So this is the first practice. Boom, ba. Boom, ba. I I send my feet forward. I send the same amount of energy I would if I was arriving over the foot, except I keep myself back. I keep myself back. Now, we do this on the second step, the second aspect of this for the forward step. I do the exact same thing. I send my legs back, but I keep my hips and chest vertical but forward. Room, ba. Room, ba. It's not this. Room, boom, boom, boom. This is letting my hips go with my feet. I want this to stay roughly vertical. I send my feet out, room, room, and I keep my body roughly in the center. This is all in the context of completing this idea. Room, room, boom. I have to change my weight to the left, or in the follower's case, to the right. So even though I'm keeping my upper body, I have to move myself. Room, room, room. And it becomes very subtle the faster you do it. But it's very important to make this really clear in your movement. It's what distinguishes this from this. So try this out. Try it with a partner and see if you come up with questions, see if you come up with things that don't work. And next week I'll begin the series that I recorded with my great buddy Carmela Hill-Burke, and we'll complete this step and look at other steps developed off of this same idea. So let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.